Well, there's never been a more important case currently before the courts than Giggle versus Tickle, because depending on the outcome of an appeal, it could have far-ranging ramifications for Australia and would impact every single one of us, from our freedom of speech to the way men and women are legally defined. Now, right now, if you're a man and you identify as female, congratulations, you can legally be classified as a woman. And if you dare to challenge that, well, you may just get hauled in front of a court. Now, I have sat in disbelief watching the Giggle versus Tickle appeal in the federal court this week, where biological man Roxanne Tickle argued they had injured feelings after being booted out of a female-only app and have been misgendered. Seriously, give me a break. This is the argument running through the courts now, that if your feelings are hurt, you can claim damages. It tells you everything you need to know about this dystopian universe we are living in. This whole appeal and the case prior has been nothing short of a clown show. And Giggle for Girls founder Sal Grover, who will join me in the studio shortly, you're not going to want to miss that interview, well, she's still going through the legal system, all because a judge last year claimed sex was changeable. Now, if someone can please explain how that works, if you're born with a penis and suddenly you claim to be a woman, I'd really love to know. Please tell me. Yet much of the appeal in Giggle versus Tickle has centred around the definition of sex, of a woman, and what it means to be a woman. The court heard Tickle submitted this photo to the app and that the low-cut top and hair down indicated that they are a woman, that it should have been a dead giveaway of sorts. Well, Sal Grover immediately checked the photo and barred Roxanne Tickle from membership, and so here we are today. Now, have a listen to some of the most bizarre, nonsensical contradictions to come out of this week's appeal. Counsel for Equality Australia, Ruth Higgins SC, told the court the word sex in the Sex Discrimination Act is neither a binary concept nor one that's biologically fixed when designated at birth. She went on to say sex is a way of classifying people along a scale between a man at one end and a woman at the other, but as a matter of ordinary meaning, the statute is agnostic as to where persons are plotted along that scale. So basically, anywhere you assign yourself along that scale of male to female makes you whatever you want to be, apparently. And this is frightening. It's really frightening because it totally blurs the distinction between the two. And the fact that there is even a proposal that sex is non-binary and that it should be interpreted that way under our laws should concern everyone. Counsel for the Sex Discrimination Commissioner, Celia Winnett, even argued that the word woman in the Act included trans women. Counsel for Roxanne Tickle, Brianna Godding, said Sal Grover had participated in some 50 interviews in relation to the case, and in each of those she used the male pronouns for Ms Tickle, that her conduct has at the very least been seriously aggravating and has caused Ms Tickle injured feelings. The aggravation and injured feelings have mounted up blow by blow. This is not just delegitimising of gender, but a delegitimising of humanity. But listen to this one's really the pearler out of them all. This is not a case of asking anyone to change their opinions. It is not policing the opinions that someone can hold. Well, hang on. That is exactly what it is. It is policing opinions. Anyone who dares to challenge the left's warped fantasyland narrative of gender, of what is a biological fixed reality, is policed in this country and hauled in front of a court. Why? Because the law says so. Julia Gillard amended the Sex Discrimination Act in 2013 and removed the definitions of sex, man and woman. So discrimination is defined, but sex is not. So how can we know what gender identity is when our laws have erased those definitions? And here we are today debating whether a biological man can be a woman because our laws currently suggest they can be. Now, in my opinion, it says that men's feelings are more important than women's. It says that men can have legal protections while women's protections are taken away. And this is why this appeal is so important. If hurt feelings becomes a legitimate argument, if that stands up, it will set a precedent for any one of us who challenges the gender narrative. As J.K. Rowling put it so perfectly, may the best woman win. But what is a woman? Australia does not know.